Humans spend about a third of their lives asleep, but the average person does not know exactly what goes on when we shut our eyes and drift off to sleep. However, sleep science is an important area of study, in particular because the need for sleep is biological, but the way you sleep is learned. The history of sleep science begins back in 1875, where Richard Canton became the first to use an EEG, a device that measures the brain's electrical activity, making him the first key figure of this discipline. 50 years later, Hans Berger became the first person to use the same device on a human, and in 1937, Alfred Loomis was the first to record the brain activity of a patient throughout an entire night of sleep. Last but surely not least, our very own Dr. Dement discovered sleep apnea and coined REM sleep throughout the 1950s. The basics of sleep begin with the sleep cycle, which is 90 minutes long and consists of non-REM and REM sleep. Non-REM includes 3 stages, with the most restorative being the third. Our body temperature begins to decrease and heart rate begins to slow as the sleep cycle progresses through non-REM. REM, on the other hand, occupies little of the 90-minute cycle, but is where dreams occur. This type of sleep is characterized by rapid eye movement and sleep paralysis, the latter preventing us from acting out our dreams. The human circadian rhythm acts as a clock for our desire to sleep. Our circadian rhythm is naturally slightly longer than 24 hours, but has shortened to match daily light patterns. Twice a day, in the morning and evening, our alertness level peaks. On the other hand, also twice a day, in the afternoon and night, our sleepiness peaks. If you're one of many who get the urge to take a late afternoon nap, don't feel guilty, it's natural. Every human has a daily sleep requirement, often ranging between 7 and 8 hours. Getting less than this recommended amount of sleep creates what is known as sleep debt. Like other debts, sleep debt does not go away or spontaneously decrease. In fact, it can keep growing if one consistently gets less sleep than needed. One key sign of sleep debt is dozing off during regular daytime activities, embodied by the important motto, "Drowsiness is red alert." This motto can save lives because 55% of drowsy driving fatalities occur under the age of 25. So if you see someone falling asleep, make sure to call them out so they can get the rest they deserve. Many everyday people deal with sleep disorders, even though one may not realize in our day-to-day interactions. Obstructive sleep apnea involves intermittent pauses or difficulty breathing while sleeping due to a blockage in the throat. About 26% of adults between the ages of 30 and 70 years have sleep apnea. Luckily, a fix is using a machine known as a CPAP to maintain airflow because otherwise, sleep apnea is dangerous. The brain prioritizes sleeping over breathing. Insomnia is another common disorder, chronically affecting about 12 to 15% of the population. Insomnia is where one has trouble sleeping throughout the night, although the severity varies widely from person to person. Estimates of total insomnia-related costs in the United States are in the tens of billions. Despite few patients discussing the issue with their doctors, make no mistake, this is an important issue, one that can be avoided with proper short-term treatment. Finally, restless leg syndrome is a disorder characterized by unpleasant feelings in the legs associated with the need to move. It becomes more common as one grows older. Sensations may include aches, burning, tingling, or the feeling of bugs crawling on the legs. RLS has many potential causes, including iron deficiency, meaning that this bothersome condition can be treated. Given the little attention our society devotes to understanding sleep, it is no wonder that we're surrounded by various misconceptions of this restorative process. Some people believe that the older you get, the fewer hours of sleep you need. False. In fact, you often need more sleep as you age. Another misconception is that snoozing buys you sleep time. Also false. All that snoozing buys you is low-quality stage 1 sleep at the expense of precious REM sleep. It is much better to simply set your alarm at the time you will actually wake up. I hope you learned something new from this video. If you want to learn more, check out the book Sleep and Dreams by Dr. Dement. And remember, drowsiness is red alert.